Move on to our next story. And Rom Braslavski, a recently freed Israeli hostage, has publicly alleged that he was subjected to a sexual assault and humiliation while being held captive by Palestinian Islamic Jihad in Gaza. Braslavski, who is 21 years of age, was kidnapped from the Nova Music Festival on October the 7th and held for over 2 years before his release last month under the ceasefire deal. In an interview with Israel's Channel 13, Braslavski claimed his captors stripped him naked, tied him up and deprived him of food. And he also described the abuse as unequivocal sexual assault and meant to crush his dignity. His testimony marks the first time a male hostage has publicly reported sexual violence while in Gaza captivity. Braslavski also said that he prayed daily to survive another day in hell. His account follows multiple reports and UN findings allegedly systemic sexual abuse of hostages, claims that Hamas and Islamic Jihad continue to deny. The UN Special Representative on Sexual Violence in Conflict has said there is clear and convincing evidence of such crimes against hostages. Now we're joined by Dr. Emmanuel Navon. He's an international relations lecturer at Tel Aviv University and senior fellow at the Jerusalem Institute for Strategy and Security. Thank you very much, Dr. Navon, for joining us here on the program. Dr. Navon, what more can you tell us about the treatment of Israeli hostages that were held in captivity for over 2 years? Of course, Braslavski was abducted by Hamas during October the 7th as well. He then reports this as being done by Islamic Jihad. What more can you tell us about that also?
Well, we've heard horrific testimonies also from other former Israeli hostages testifying about starving, about torture, about humiliation, and of course about sexual harassment, coming of course from a supposedly religious Muslim organization, Hamas. So the abuse has been horrendous, and I think the world needs to address the use of sexual violence as a means of war, as a weapons of war, which is a crime, should be defined as a crime against humanity. In fact, I am taking part next week in a conference in Paris addressing this issue, the issue of sexual abuse and violence as a weapons of war, which has been obviously been used by Hamas against its victims, and unfortunately hasn't been addressed enough by the UN.
Yes, indeed. Dr. Navon, do stay with us. We have further updates from the region. Meanwhile, Ruby Chen, father of the slain Israeli-American soldier, has said that under no circumstances must they return to the days of incitement and division that preceded October the 7th. This comes after Israel received another remains of a soldier by Hamas. Let's take a listen in to what he said.
ראש הממשלה התקשר אלינו זמן קצר אחרי שקיבלנו את הבשורה הרשמית ואמרתי לו, אסור בכל צורה לא לחזור לימי השיסוי והפילוג של טרום ה-7 לאוקטובר. אי אפשר לגרום שהקורבן של איתי היה לשווא. ואמרתי לו גם, אחרי שנתיים שאנחנו מחכים, הגיע הזמן לכנס כבר ועדת חקירה ממלכתית שתבדוק מה קרה.
Now, the Israeli military has stated that it has killed